Hey, what's up guys? My name's Danny, and I don't know if you saw a video that I made this earlier today. It was based on a shoe review, a CrossFit shoe review on the Nike Metcon 1s and the Reebok Nanos. The Reebok Nanos that I was using earlier today was like a promotional nano, so I was messaged that and I felt bad, and out of respect I deleted the video, so I'm here and making a new one based on another pair of nanos that I have. These pair of nanos that I have are the Nano 3s. I know I should be making a video that is on a updated version of the Reebok Nanos. However, Nano 3s and Nano 4s, we all know they're pretty much the same shoes. So I'm just gonna do the review off the Nano 3s. And then I'm gonna move on to the new Nike Metcon 1s. Cool? Awesome, guys. So with both shoes, I'm going to start off by telling the pros of the pairs and the cons of the pairs. So I'm going to start off with the Reebok Nanos first. All right, guys? Awesome, guys. Reebok Nanos. These are the Nano 3s. Nano 3s, Nano 4s, pretty much, like I said, is the same shoe. A nice, good, durable outer shell on the shoe. It's like a rubber feel all the way throughout. Very firm rubber sole for your rope climbs and everything. I mean, these soles last pretty much forever. 4mm drop on the sole. So now with the sole, it's pretty minimal. So when you're doing your Olympic lifts, your squats, your overhead squats, front squats, whatever it is, it's a very stable pair of shoes. Lacing system's good. You can lace your shoes really well. Nice mesh, breathable. Inside is pretty breathable inside, so that's pretty cool. Toe box, of course, is going to be wide, and that's what you need for your CrossFit shoe. Now on to the cons. The cons of the shoe. The cons of the shoe that I see that I didn't notice until I studied the Nike Metcons are, one of them is your lateral stability. The lateral stability of this shoe. You have a nice wide toe box. However, as you can see on the outsole of these shoes, how they just round in or round out. Right here, round in and round out. And if we want to squat, or we want to like jump and land then land in the right position, we want just a little bit of a lateral stability instead of something that could roll, just like our Ollie shoes. Our Ollie shoes are going to be this flat piece of sole, and it's just like it's really jagged and sharp, right? And these are rounded. So that's one thing I do not like about the Nanos. The other con about the Nanos is going to be this part, the mid part of the shoe. I don't know if you guys feel it, but I feel it when I wear these pair of Nanos, that because they're so narrow right here and it's just material from the shoe, so sole and material, like I feel like it's biting into my arch. Like when I step into it, it bites into my arch. And I have a pretty nice big arch. I'm only wondering for people that has a really pronated arch foot. If you're a pronated athlete, I mean, I see it all the time that these pronated athletes, when they put on their shoes and they're going to squat or they're just walking in them, this pretty much their weight and their pronation pretty much collapse that shoe, and it seems like their foot, it might be sitting on the ground and not the sole of the shoe. So that's one thing I see that's not a good, well-designed part of the Nanos. The other part is this. This is your insole. This is your insole. That's what's in between your shoe and your foot. This insole. No wonder you gotta, change out your shoe if you gotta go run. I mean, like, can you imagine? Well, I bet you guys have run a whole mile, run 2 miles, even 800 meters, even 400 meters, you're like, you know what? I need my running shoes. Let me change them out and get my running shoes. So that's pretty much the 3 big cons about the shoe that I do not like about them. So now we're going to move on to the Nike Metcon ones. And here you go. It's a nice look on the Nike Metcon ones. Start off, the shell of the shoe. Super awesome. It's really durable too. They use a material, what is called a hyperfuse material. A hyperfuse material is super thin, but yet it's like really, really tough. So you don't need to worry about like having your shoes tear, like, you know, like Innovates, man, they tear all the time. That's why they're not even part of this review. And then the sole, we're going to talk the toe box, since we started with toe box with the Nanos. Toe box on the Nike Metcons, pretty much the same. Everybody's going to think that the Nike Metcons are going to be narrow like all Nike shoes. They're not. They're pretty much the same toe box. So you're thinking about getting sizes on the shoes, and people are talking about, oh, because Nike are narrow, go half size up. Don't go a half size up. Whatever size that you're using for your Reebok Nanos, get the same size for your Metcon ones. Okay. Another pro, 4mm drop on the sole. Really sticky, rubbery sole. I mean, like it says, it's a sticky, rubbery sole. I mean, it feels like it. You can see the shine off of it. It is sticky. I like design where the sole comes up for the rope climbs. It will survive rope climbs. And onto the lateral stability of the shoe. As you can see right now, when I pointed it out, see how that jagged edge of the shoe, just like an ollie shoe should have. If you have your lateral stability, it's going to be a lot harder for you to roll over or even go pronated, right? So that's one big plus of the shoe. A lot of people don't notice that, but that's a big key, to have this little jagged fin or whatever it is. I mean, it's a big plus. Little things like that really counts. The other thing is the midsole. The midsole, it is thin, just like the Nanos. However, as you can see, the sole comes up and is still a part of the arch of the shoe. So now if you're a pronated athlete again, how hard is to like crunch down and fall into the shoe. The shoe is going to really give you that stabilization, that durability to keep that good arch in your foot. So when you're squatting, you're driving your knees out, you're creating that arch to be stable when you're going to PR on your back squats, your front squats, or your overhead squats. So that's a big key right there. That's one thing that I saw as like one of the game changers on the Nike Metcon ones. The other game changer, oh, actually, before the next game changer, I'm going to show you that the lacing system is called a flywire. Flywire are these little eyelets, these little like strings. These strings actually connects to the sole of the shoe. When it connects to the sole of the shoe and then you lace up your laces, it actually pulls the whole shoe from the sole all the way up and locks your foot into the shoe. So that's one of the new technology, well, a few year old technology that Nike has been using on their shoes. So the next game changer that I was talking about was this. This is what's in between your foot and your shoe. A piece of rubber, hard, durable rubber, and this insole. This insole is like a foam, almost like a lunar insole. It doesn't say lunar on it, but it's pretty much taking on the same style that's in the Kobe's and in the LeBron's, the Lunar Lawn insole, which is a nice, firm but soft insole. So you don't need to change out your shoes when you know that you're going to have to run in your wad. You could just keep this shoe in your bag, never change it out, and you have one shoe to carry with you. onto the cons. Man, I was trying to look for as many cons as possible. Shoes light, durable, everything. The only issue I have with these shoes when I was working out with them, are the lacing. These laces don't stick. If you just knot them once during my WOD, I noticed that the shoe was getting loose. I'm like, why is that? And I see like, oh, my shoelaces are untied, or it's getting loose. So now I have to double knot them. So kind of minor, but still, you know, either change out your laces or double knot them. But that's one of the cons of the shoe. I can't find any other cons of the shoe. I mean, it's pretty durable, and for the price point, I mean, you got the Nanos, as you can see, and how I explained to you about the arch support, which are huge. And let me pull both of them out. The insoles, I mean, like, these are, I know these look a little minor, but when you're gonna pay $120 for these and $120 for these, and the little attributes that each shoes have, and then to have these, I mean, really, like, what's stopping you? You know, what's stopping you? I mean, like, here's your quality, and here's this quality of the new Nike Metcon ones. So pretty much that's my conclusion for the review of these shoes. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, please hit me up. Email me, message me, IG me at fandan9139. That's FANDAN 9139. Or, yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, hope to hear from you guys soon. If you have any questions, hit me up. All right, peace out.